Hello, you handful of overripe banana mush just getting fucked. Jim Sterling here, and this is A King's Tale Final Fantasy 15. A prequel? A fictional prequel. A fairy tale prequel to Final Fantasy 15. This is actually a fairly old game. This game came out, I think it was basically at the launch of Final Fantasy 15 in November of last year, and it was available as a freebie to anybody who pre-ordered the game, if I'm remembering that right. Sometimes all these convoluted pre-order bonuses and other incentives and stuff, it just becomes such a complicated mess that I forget what's what, but I think that's the right of it. This was a pre-order bonus, but it came out last week on PSN, Xbox One, and I believe PC. I do know it is in line for a PC release, so it might have come out at the same time. You know what? This is all pre-recorded footage off PS4. I could check right now for you. Some would argue I should have done that to begin with, and those people would be right to say that. Hang on. I'm not seeing it. I don't think it's up yet, but I did read. I did enough reading to know that it's supposed to be coming. Although I'm second guessing that now. Let's look that up as well. This is fine. This is fine what I'm doing. Final Fantasy 15 might be closer to PC release. That was posted on a website called heavy.com 16 hours ago. I'd like to release the game on PC as a technical attempt. So, oh no, they're just talking about Final Fantasy 15. That's not even on PC. That's not even on PC. Why would this one be on PC? This isn't on PC, folks. But that chewed up 2 minutes, which is good because for as much footage as I have, I'm using less than half of it, and I'm not even sure I could fill that up. Not that the game is bad, it's just... Drink some water, that'll fill it up as well. Describing the game is not going to take up much time because it's very brief. It's a beat-em-up. That's it. It's a decent one, but it's a free beat-em-up, so that is exactly what you get. Here I am doing a special move. It's just like the one Noctis does in the proper game. But look, it's all retro graphics and stuff. And yeah, it's just very basic hack and slash Golden Axe style stuff. You've got different ways of attacking. You've got basically a light attack, heavy attack, and a shield bash. And the enemies are almost rock, paper, scissor-ish. Rock, paper, scissor-ish, I guess, is a term you could use. I just did. Where some enemies can guard against your strong or your light or your shield bash, and you've basically just got to use the right attack for the right enemy. And as you perform consecutive combo hits, you can call in Sid and the other dude whose name I've just forgotten. And later on, Gladio's dad, he comes in, and if you save all them up, if you use them all in a row and then do your Amiga special attack, they all come in and it's a real big attack and it's really cool. The only thing is you've got to maintain a combo meter for a long time to keep that going, because everything resets if you take a hit, and that is a bad time for you. So you do magic as well. I just did fire. You get fire, ice, and lightning. All the simple stuff. No worries about friendly fire with this magic, though, unlike the big fucking, basically elemental grenades you're tossing in Final Fantasy 15. And otherwise, it's, for something that costs no money, it's alright. I've always said that you can still criticise a free game because there's always a time investment as well, and I've got to say I didn't have a bad time with this. It's worth the time. If they were charging money for this, then yeah, I might be a bit harsher, but because it is free, and is at least worth the time to download and fuck around with for a bit, it's alright. It's alright. And there you go. There's some positivity on the channel. People saying there ain't enough of that. How about that? That was positive. A King's Tale Final Fantasy 15. It's okay. How about that? I don't know, hopefully get some Nier Automata footage up soon. I actually got a code. I didn't get it until launch day, so I wasn't able to put a review up alongside everybody else's. But Square Enix Japan actually did give me a code. How about that? Clearly some sort of wildcard state is still in effect because they've kept me well away from launch day reviews. But there you go. Maybe it's because I did the the video on that demo where I said I might actually fucking like it. Because the demo was fun. I've not actually played the full Nier Automata yet. Automato. That's because I've just done Podquisition as I record this, and I made a joke about Nier Automatos. Not that I followed through on the joke, I just said the words and assumed that would be funny enough and that the listeners would do the groundwork needed to finish the joke and make it actually funny. But anyway, that's besides the point. I really like the demo of Nier Automata, and fingers crossed I'll really like the full game too. I loved the first... No, I loved the idea of the first Nier, but was very disappointed with the execution. I just didn't find that the ideas were housed in a game that really, really brought out their full potential. And I realise, that's not the most popular opinion, because Nier has a strong cult following that I don't begrudge existing. They're welcome to it. I'm glad they like it. I simply wish I could have liked it more. And so I'm hoping I'll like the sequel. But we're talking about this right now, which is cool. You do different moves as well. You did Rising Fury there. There are different button combos, although I find them a little tricky to pull off in this just because combat can get so chaotic, and you are really encouraged to use specific weapons, specific move chains against specific enemies. Probably be the best way of putting it. The thinking about combos and flashy moves, it's not in the forefront of one's mind. So there is that. Playing Breath of the Wild as well, of course. Probably not going to have a video up of that. I'll keep my Nintendo video, at least in terms of impressions and stuff. Oh, here's a summon for you, a bit of Ramu for your pleasure. Yeah, my Nintendo impressions videos for obvious reasons. Nintendo and its attitude toward copyright being what it is, I tend not to bother. It tends not to be worth the effort put in to put videos up. But I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild well enough. Wescombe, that's his name. I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild well enough. As I say on Podquisition multiple times, I have a rubber fish helmet now, which that pleased me greatly. As far as aesthetic, accoutrement, I do like a game that gives me that opportunity to express myself and my feelings. This is a dream battle. Once you do the story mode, which is pretty short, again, it's free. Pretty short story mode in which King Regis is telling little boy Noctis a story about himself. Conceited. You can do dream battles, which are different themed, wave-based, I guess, arena battles. This one's just against lots and lots of flans. Now, flans instantly die if you hit them with magic that they're not immune to. If you hit a blue flan with fire, it'll die straight away. But you can earn an extra bonus on this level without using any magic, so this is why we're going at the hack and slash route. Obviously, Flan's a lot more resilient to that, and they split in half, so that's what we're dealing with right here. All these little blue clouds are all MP pickups, but not picking them up because I've got no cause to. So that's just hacking and slashing for a while. That said, going back to Breath of the Wild, I am reaching my limit on open world. I've said it before, I've complained about open world games before, and I mentioned how Horizon Zero Dawn not necessarily brought back love for it, but made me enjoy things in open world games that I normally hate. And that's been cool, and Breath of the Wild has been a lot of fun for open world stuff, but also falls into some of the more dull trappings of open world gameplay design that I'm not enjoying as much. I will say that don't expect me to add to the chorus of 10 out of 10s for that one. It'll likely be a good score. Like I say, I am enjoying it. I have complaints, but I also have a lot of praise for it. The thing I'm praising most at the moment is enemy design. The enemy animations and the amount of personality they have are just amazing. Little touches, it's the little things, like if you disarm an enemy and then pick their weapon up, their different reactions to the weapon being picked up, and they're them basically being robbed of their weaponry, is wonderful. Seeing a little Mokoblin just point at you and gasp in outrage at what you've done is a delight. But then I just got to thinking that I'm playing Nier in a bit, which is at least quasi-open world as I understand it. I could be wrong about that. Like I said, I've not played the full thing just yet. I'm going to do that at some point today, and I'll see about getting some footage collected for you. And I was just thinking about Ghost Recon Wildlands. I had some total of 1 request to review Ghost Recon Wildlands. And I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking to myself, fuck. Just, I don't know why I paused the game there. Like, another open world game. Like, I played a bit of the beta of Wildlands. I even captured some footage of it, which I was going to show. Mostly because it was just some funny footage of me trying to drive a car down a hill, which was going to be the sum total of the video, but can't be fucked with that. Like, just more open world stuff. More Ubisoft open world stuff as well. And from what I played of the beta, no way in hell is it going to be as good as Watch Dogs 2, which again was another rare treat lately of open world games that were actually quite tolerable and enjoyable. It's really getting bad, isn't it? And as far as the big open sandboxy games, it's clearly the military shooter of this generation, and Ubisoft have not helped with their spamming of the genre. I think you can call it spamming at this point. It's genre spam, and just the idea of another one, the idea of playing Ghost Recon Wildlands right now makes me want to be sick onto my own balls, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I'd rather play beat-em-ups all day like this. Or at least, if you're going to do an open world game, put a rubber fish helmet in it. Because I like that. So in conclusion, this game's alright. I realised I talked more about Breath of the Wild and then complained about Ubisoft for a bit, but, you know, fuck them. Fuck Ubisoft, not worth bothering with. Got A+, well done me. I guess I'm going to go now. I'll have some more videos later if you want. Bye.